That right there, my friends, is a drip. Don't try to sand drips out. If you try to sand a drip out, what happens is that the sandpaper will also sand the area around the drip, and you have a tendency to do a rub through on it or a sand through. Instead, and these are a little bit tricky because they're on an edge, take a single edge razor blade and just wrap a piece of very thin tape around one edge of it. Then you can use that taped edge to raise up the razor blade just enough to then level that drip. When all the squeakiness is gone or the squeaky stuff stops, you're done, and then you can continue on sanding. And that looks perfect. On the edge of the binding, right here, it's probably hard to see, I have a little dimple. From past experience, I know that if I try and sand that out, at this point, I'm going to sand through and then I'm really going to have a problem. So the better way to deal with this is to use a product called Glue Boost Fill and Finish Thin. It's a cyanoacrylate glue, and it's made for just this type of repair. I'll take some of the Glue Boost and just put a little dab in that dimple. And as dimples sometimes do, it redimpled itself. So I'm going to wipe it away. I'm going to kick it. And then I'm going to hit it again. And if you do it that way, it won't redimple, but it did. So I'm going to just take a little bit more and just try to get it into that dimple. There we go. I'll kick it. Then I'll use that razor blade I showed you earlier, which has just the single piece of tape on one edge, and that allows me to then scrape that flush. As I said before, when the screeching is gone, you can then take some 800 grit, and this time I'm going to use a small, very hard Corian block. And then I'm going to level sand that until the high spot, that's the glue boost, is pretty much gone. If you don't use the razor blade first and try to go right into the sanding, you're going to cause problems. So you have to do it this way. Good to go.